course. And joining us right now, one of the biggest Dodger fans we know, it is the great Bryan Cranston. Bryan, how are you, man?
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm very happy. We're 3-0. It's looking good. We're undefeated for the season.
Exactly, on pace for 162. Marcas Grant is filling in today for Ireland, just to give you a little heads up there. Really,
Hey, Marcus.
really
Hey,
smart guy. I love working with this guy. He's a huge baseball fan too. So, what's your general takeaway on where this team is? Are you comfortable with being the team that everybody seems to hate?
Well, that used to be the Yankees, right?
Yep.
And then I think in 2017 it shifted to the Astros, which I still despise that team.
Oh yeah.
For what they did and the people involved in that. I think it was a big smudge on baseball and the integrity of the game. I do we have a great team? We have a fantastic team. I'm very excited to watch them play. Does that mean we're automatically going to win the World Series? Definitely not. You still got to go out and play. And then you have to be lucky in the sense that you have to stay healthy. I think the two things that happen all through the season, and when you get into October, who's the hot team and who's the healthiest?
Bryan, you talk about, obviously feeling good and optimistic about this team. But, this has been a team that's been very good for a few years now, and they've had some first-round playoff failures. Are you feeling, is that angst gone? Because it seems like we would get to October and the fan base would just have this anxiety. Are we past that now as a fan base?
I think the best out of 5 series where a team could win 3 quick ones is the most dangerous setup for any team like the Dodgers. It is because on any given stretch throughout the season, a team will lose 3 games in a row. Or lose 2 games, win 1, and lose the next one. That happens all the time. So that's the snake that's in the tall grass that you just don't know how it's going to turn out. So I for one, am hoping that Doc incorporates the 6-man rotation and stays with the 6-man rotation throughout the year, because the truth is the slog of 162 games is only meant to get you to October. So that's the thing. If you can, we had an unprecedented amount of injuries to the pitching staff last year, and it was that way across the league. And I think they're overworked. I think because they're all throwing 98 to 100 now, it's not natural to put that much stress on the body.
Yeah. So I'm curious from Shohei Ohtani obviously steps up, big home run yesterday, opening day. He has a sense for the moment. Every great actor has that moment where the director calls action and you're on the spot and you've got to deliver. That's what Shohei Ohtani does on a regular basis. What's that about, being able to deliver in the moment, whether it's as Shohei Ohtani or as an actor?
It's funny because there's a lot of parallels between acting and professional sports. Because a friend of mine, Steve Miller from the Steve Miller Band, great rock and roller, terrific dude. He says, like a rock and roller getting up there, you have to be great instantly. There is no warm up. You do all of that stuff off stage. We don't want to see it. The audience or the crowd doesn't have to and shouldn't see how difficult it is to get yourself into the position to where you have the possibility of being great, either on stage or on a field, or for a rock and roller opening a band. I mean, you have to do it immediately, and I like that. It's not the crowd's job to know how the magic is done. It's just for them to enjoy it.
So I wanted to ask you about The Studio. It's my new favorite show. You popped up on it this week when I watched it. Seth Rogen and I think it is such a really cool inside look at show business. I mean, a crazy version of show business, but show business nonetheless. Does anybody there, are they playing somebody real? In other words, as a studio exec, did you model yourself after any studio exec?
Yeah, this Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg created the studio for Apple TV Plus, and they asked me to be a part of it. And I read the first episode, and I laughed out loud. And I said, "I'm in. What do you want me to do?" And so I have a recurring role as his boss, and I had just finished listening to the Robert Evans memoir that he narrated himself.
I had a feeling that's who this was. Yeah.
This is a guy who creates a false sense of modesty. Like, he'll say, there was a broad who walked into the room, and I knew I had to have her, but who am I to have such a beautiful woman? But you know what? In the end, I did get her. You know,
that is awesome.
So I just wanted to have this guy to be ultra tanned, and he's just obnoxiously self-centered and insecure, and he wears this phallus symbol on his necklace, and it's just ridiculous. But it's so much fun. We had a blast shooting the studio, and there are 10 episodes total on Apple Plus, and I come back later on in the series and wreak havoc.
I mean, you've done so much. I mean, comedy, drama, everything. Anything else out there you would like to conquer in your career?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do a Broadway musical, and I think because it scares the daylights out of me. I did stand-up comedy back in the early '80s for the sole reason I was frightened of it.
Yeah,
I was so scared, so I took a class, and then I just went out and started doing comedy at clubs around, and I went from all the way up to the bottom, all the way up to mediocrity. I rose the ladder all the way to the middle rung. I never quite got good. And then I realized, what am I doing? I kind of overcame my fear of it. I don't have this gear of just having to get on stage and tell jokes all the time.
Right.
So I still like to write jokes and things like that, but, I tell them at dinner parties.
So we were just talking to O'Shea Jackson. Actually, my birthday party was last week. We were talking to O'Shea Jackson Jr., and he was saying he was in a movie with you that just – is it done now? It's you. It's O'Shea Jackson Jr. What can you say about it?
It's a cool little film that I went back to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Wow.
After all these years to shoot. It's called Lone Wolf, and it's with myself and Lily Gladstone, a beautiful actor, and O'Shea. I mean, he was terrific in it, and I do some nasty things. It's a fun role.
Nice. Hey, before we let you get out of here, I wanted to say, I knew your daughter Taylor when she was a little girl, and now she's so good on The Pit. Taylor Dearden, your daughter, is fantastic on that show. That must give you a special sense of pride, right?
Anytime anyone says anything cool about your kid, it just gives you, the hair on the back of your neck just rises because it feels so good. It just feels so good. I mean, my goal as I age into my golden years here, if I get to the point where someone asks me, "Are you Taylor Dearden's dad?" That would be my ultimate. I would say, yes, I am.
Yeah.
and be so proud of that, and be able to let go of everything else, man. That would be a really highlight for me.
Yeah, well, she's on her way. She is
fantastic on the pitch.
She is amazing. She gives such a nice layered kind of performance. There's so much going on for her as an actor. I just think terrific. Hey, last thing for you.
That show is amazing.
Show kills it. What's your gut say? World Series, yes. World Series, no. Did the Dodgers win it all?
Yeah. I mean, now it's biased because I'm a born and raised L.A. Dodger fan, so it's like I'm there. We're there. We were there last year, and we're going to be there again this year. I actually think if we stay healthy and we don't make it to the World Series, it's got to be viewed as a disappointment.
No question.
It's got to be a disappointment. So we've got to get there, stay healthy. It's all about having a good time and don't major injuries. So it's all, you got to keep your fingers crossed.
Well, listen, awesome getting you on as always. Being a Dodger fan, fantastic. The studio is on Apple TV Plus. You're great on it. Very, very funny performance. Daughter Taylor is in The Pit. Awesome show if you haven't checked it out. I think that's on Max, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, another really good show. Bryan, thanks for taking a couple of minutes, man. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks, guys, and happy birthday, mate.
Thank you. Thank you, Bryan.